getting drunk. But Uncle Sam called. He called him up, send him out to Vietnam. That young man got his life turned upside down, turned his smile into a frown, dropped that king of his crown for an ideal he didn't even know about. He was gambling at the wagon when that army man showed up, and he flashed that pen and paper, and old Fluky he signed up. It's gonna be a big time in the jungle, gonna be a firefight, gonna be a rumble. Send me out to Vietnam, I'll fight 10 men. I got nothing left in the States for me. I wanna see the world, you see. I know that Uncle Sam needs me to fight for an ideal I know nothing about. Drop point was dusty and the drill sergeant was loud, and he could not see the corpses for the raging dust cloud. Grab your duffel bags, head to the checkpoint. Welcome to Vietnam, boys. You're in for a hell of a fight. Take it from the ones who know. The army moves slow. Hurry up and wait, don't sleep late, and learn to hate your brother before you hate your foe. On patrol out in the rice fields, them choppers flew low, glancing up for the hand signal to tell you where to go. Then the bombs started falling, and they pounded his brain, and he thought about Utah and who was to blame for sending him to Vietnam.
All right. I don't know why I always started that way. It's a good way to start it, I imagine.
Oh boy. So, how are you doing today, Tom?
I am doing fantastic. How are you doing today?
Cool. Now that I got this sweet new phone set
Yeah.
up for a webcam. So, if people are trying to get a hold of me and wondering why I'm not replying, because I'm using my phone.
Yeah, all those people are on the stream right now like, why can't I get a hold of this son of a bitch? Like, I'll go check the stream. He's always there. Yeah, we got a little bit.
He's always doing something.
We've managed to use our phones as our new webcam, so we're doing that now. Hopefully, it's a little bit better picture quality for both of us. And trying to think, there was something else new. What was the new?
My new microphone will be here Thursday.
Yeah. No, I had something.
So, can't wait for that.
Something I was gonna say about being new, but anyways, I am recording this time, Matt.
Good.
I'm sure there's. God, this is gonna bug the shit out of me. Oh, maybe this was the new thing. Hey, everybody, how's it going? This is the we got new cams set up, so whenever me and Matt's talking, you just see the person talking. Ain't that right, Matt?
We're gonna see how that works. I'm watching it on stream to see how it goes.
Well, as far as I can see right now, it's going pretty good.
Just zoomed in on your face. You got a nice background there. Look at that. Nice clock. Looking sharp. Oh, God.
Yeah, I bought that from the neighbors. They were doing a yard sale, and I bought it from them. They're very nice people.
I should have trimmed up. Look at my beard. Jeez. Should have trimmed up. My hair, though. My hair's a little wild.
Since I've been on quarantine, that's been something that I've been not doing so much as grooming myself because I don't need to, except when we do the live streams. I went and shaved my head today and trimmed up the beard a little bit, trying to make it look a little bit cleaner.
None of those things.
So I'm going to do my best at swapping between the cameras while we're talking to folks on the talker. Hopefully make it a bit more, I don't know, not as shitty, I guess. Oh, Matt, how do you think about having the names at the bottom? You think we should keep those or remove them?
No, I think we should keep them. I think we should keep. What do you? What does Hot Dog Sunday think?
What do you think, Hot Dog Sunday? Should we keep the names right here at the bottom like it is, or
Boy,
or not?
I was about to be SOL.
What's that?
It's a bottle opener.
Oh,
I was about to run out and get one, because these beers.
okay. Well, you ready? Let's go. I guess go ahead and get the show started, even though it started. You ready? You good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming and checking us out. This is The Rough Craft, a show dedicated to creating news story ideas while enjoying a nice, tasty beer.
Some drink good crafts.
Oh, boy. Your audio did not want to come through on that one. Yeah, like, I don't know if you're too far away from, but it's like barely picking it up sometimes.
Okay, there we go. How about that?
Yeah. Let's Uno Mas it.
All right, do it again.
Hello, everyone.
One more.
Oh,
This is why I'm getting a new one.
okay. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming and checking us out. This is The Rough Craft, a show dedicated to creating news story ideas while enjoying a nice, tasty beer.
We do rough crafts while drinking good crafts.
We make rough crafts while drinking good crafts, and I'm your host, Tom.
I'm Matt.
And let's get into the show. Going to go ahead and run that sweet intro, guys, that you saw during the Let's Get Started. Oh, boy, they're watching it right now. There we go. Well worth it. Well worth it. All right. So, what do we? I made the graphic for Book Watch. You ready to get into Book Watch?
Boy, yeah.
Here-
Let's go ahead and do it. Let me go ahead and tell you the news.
All right. Well, your news is probably about as much as mine because there actually is no Book Watch graphic as of yet.
And there's actually no news. So
Damn, we're on top of it, man. We're on top of
yeah,
it.
yeah. I had to pay her again Monday, and have nothing to show for it.
Well, that's good to hear. That's actually not good
It's
to
great
hear.
That's great. Oh, I am looking for a comic book artist. If anyone watching is interested, Trey, this guy I know, who also does Hot Dog Sunday. I don't know if you want me to say his name, but anyway,
I'm sure he won't mind.
he recommended an artist to ask on Facebook, and I asked the artist, and they looked at the message and then didn't reply.
I wonder if it's the same artist that he recommended me before. And from my understanding, he's that guy's pretty booked right now, so he hasn't been able to do anything. So
Okay. Tails, can you get the hell out of here? Are you pissing on the new floors? Are you for real? Hold on.
that was technical difficulties, guys. Let's enjoy me for a minute. So as always, you can go check us out on Facebook, The Rough Craft, or YouTube, where you're at right now. It's real easy to find. And then also we have Storyfire, which is still nothing yet.
I put my headphones back in.
Been working on a lot of production-based stuff as far as the show goes, trying to get a lot of stuff out of the way while I've been quarantined. I start back work tomorrow. So actually, that's an announcement I need to make. We will not be doing this next week due to me working next Sunday. I won't be able to just help cover for some of the people that's been covering for me while I've been out in these hard times. But yeah, so I don't remember what else I had to say. Oh yeah, so yeah, Facebook, Instagram. Oh yeah, we do have an Instagram. It's The Rough Craft. I don't know what yours is, but
My Instagram is Craft _Matt.
Nothing on mine as of yet, or the official one.
Nope.
I need to start.
It's just a gray profile picture.
Yeah. I made sure it was. It was supposed to be unsearchable, I thought, but yeah, we have Facebook and we got the Twitter. It's hashtag The Rough Craft, so you can go check us out there. But let's. You want to talk about the story or get straight into the beers?
Actually, we're gonna bring up. We actually have a writer, Logan. I can't use my phone to look him up.
Logan Westerlid.
Yeah, yeah. Wait. I can pull Twitter up. Twitter's not just a phone app. You can actually pull up a website. Yeah, Logan Westerlid. September 12th at 8 o'clock. We'll be doing an interview of Logan Westerlid and his story, and hope y'all show up.
Now I do need to go ahead and add on to that, as me and Matt talked about this. We're not actually most likely not doing a live stream of it. We're probably going to record it that day and then produce it and then release it at a later date. It'll be in September. That video
right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
It'll be September when it happens. But that we do it and we produce it and put it out. But as right now, we just have dates set up to record it. So if it does turn into a live stream, we'll make sure to let everybody know. And we're very excited about this. Yeah. We're very excited about it. I think this is going to be hopefully opening up to what could be like the next step and what we're actually really trying to do here, which is, of course, telling stories, drinking beers, and then also trying to help amateur writers get some sort of exposure or just an avenue for them to go and talk about the books. I think it'd be really neat. But yeah, you ready to get into the beers?
Boy, am I.
Oh boy, me too.
I can use one.
Me too. I got mine handy right back here.
Well, you want to go ahead and do yours first then?
All right, yeah, let's go ahead. So the beer that I have today, my wife was at the beer store, which is where she works. She works at the beer store. It's called The Beer Store, all one word. And I told her I needed a beer for the show, so she went through some of them, and this is one she found. It's called Wild Range. It's a IPA. It's Wild Range Brewing Company IPA. Don't really have much information about it. The only things I could really find on the beer was just places selling it. It says on here, "Don't you dare miss it. Mr. Wolf and his semi-trained carnivores will be at the fire pit at midnight."
Semi-trained.
Yeah. So yeah, on the image here, as you can see there, and I'll show it to the camera a little bit. It's actually pretty neat. It kind of fits the story. It's got a guy with two wolves on his shoulder, so I kind of envisioned that as being David and the two wolves that he has. So I thought it was kind of fitting. And you also got a nice fitting beer, don't you?
I do. I think my beer would represent Hunter a little bit. It's called Voodoo Ranger from New Belgium. And let's see what I haven't tried this beer yet, so we're gonna see what it tastes like. Bursting with tropical aromas and juicy fruit flavors from Mosaic and Armilio hops. And this golden IPA is a perfectly bitter with a refreshing sublime finish. So
now, guys, we got to make sure you guys remember and understand that we are not a beer review channel. We just drink beers while we're doing this stuff, and we try to find neat ones that involve the story. So you ready to go and pop the tops?
Yeah, pop the tops.
Oh boy, it smells like it's going to be hoppier than the Hops Kushner. Let me get a drink of my coffee real quick.
Dude. Oh man.
Is it good?
I haven't tasted it yet. I've just been smelling it.
Yeah, I like
Give me chills.
This one smells pretty good. Good kind of chills, I'm hoping. Oh boy, that's good. It's nice and flavorful. Really fills the mouth.
Brewed and bottled by New Belgium Brewing, Fort Collins, Asheville, North Carolina.
It's really good. It's kind of sweet. I don't know. I don't really see what's like in it necessarily, but this is really good. This is a good IPA. Boy, I'm gonna enjoy drinking those for the next hour. We got the beers right back here behind me, so we can do. I can't get it in frame better, but you'll be able to see as I finish them.
Hey, I want to see something real quick. Uh-oh, I missed something.
Oh boy. oh boy. There we go.
Uh-oh. There we go. Okay,
looking good. All right.
Looking good.
So we got the beers out of the way. Let's get into the story, I guess. Unless is there something you was wanting to talk about or say or anything?
I think we got everything covered. Yeah, we announced Logan. We talked about the book. Yeah, I think we're good. So let's go right into it.
I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any more news that I can think of. I said that we weren't going to be here next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of all the information that there needs to be. Hopefully they'll here in a few, and just kind of a reminder to everybody is everything right now is a work in progress, and we're hoping that in the next month we'll start actually releasing these out as a podcast. And no dates as of yet. We're working on our timeline, but release everything out as an actual podcast and start trying to. I'm going to break the videos down to more digestible amount where it's actually like 10, 15 minutes. I've already tested it with one video, and I think it turned out pretty good. And we're going to try to, every episode, throughout, we're switching to bi-weekly as well, just to give me more time to work on the videos. But we'll still be doing streams every Sunday. Just want to be kind of like a filler kind of stream. We'll see what they end up being. It could be like before we did the Gambler's Room. We might do something like that again. But we'll do that. But we'll take those videos. I'm going to break them down into like 4 mini versions of the podcast just to make them more easier to watch and stuff like that. So, all right, let's get into the show. I did the recap last week. Actually, you were supposed to do the recap, and then I butted in and took over. I think
You I did the recap, and I'll butt in and take over.
Hey, okay. Trying to think what actually. Pretty much, I think all last week what we ended up coming up with is we got to the point where they were David and Honey. They were there. They were then shown around, and we talked about the aliens that are there gambling and whatnot. They're able to kind of view Honey and David and all the other different combatants, and it's like a week-long process where they're showing everybody and they're viewing them, checking them out, and then they were informed of what exactly is happening. They were finally told, but they were still not a full truth. They were told they wouldn't die. It was like a video game. David was all for it. He likes games like Fortnite and Battle Royales and whatnot, so he thought it'd be exciting. They end up like training for about a week. Hako is their personal trainer for the stuff, and they ended up they got to the point where they're being dropped onto Pat's Blue Moon. And is there anything I'm missing? We also went over more Hunter and Lacey and how they work. Lacey actually knows. Well, they haven't interacted yet. We'll get into that more later. But Lacey actually knows Honey.
Because we did it where they already knocked out a team. Honey and David.
Yeah.
And then we left off with them their first encounter with the championship team, which is the Bouncing Armadillos.
Yeah. I'm trying to think because it's weird because I've seen so many different recap stuff, and I feel like last episode, the beginning of it still was a lot of kind of completing stuff from the first episode that we had done. But yeah, they end up getting they get put in there. They make like a base camp, I think we decided, and they go out and they start hunting. They find a bunch of dead people, or dead aliens, and they're able to then sneak up on a group, take them out. There's a bit of conflict between the lion and David, and they take out the camp, and then they end up taking over that camp and setting up a trap. I can't remember if we said it at their base or that base. It's not a huge deal. And the way it left off was with the beer of the week last week, the Hopscutioner, a big furry bunny-looking creature with scyther-like arms, hopping out of the woods and coming, getting ready to kill them. And something I actually realized we kind of messed up on last week was that whenever we were going through and picking everybody off in that campsite, we actually forgot that it's not 4 people, it's 8 people. So retcon that. They killed all 8 of them.
Yeah.
So, so I think right now where we are is they're sitting there. They're about to start the fight. Or not start the fight. I guess so. The Hopscutioner. Did anything get caught in the trap?
Well, I don't think we said that anyone has gotten caught in the trap yet.
Okay. Well, we had a bunch of traps set up, and our Honey had set up a lot of traps because she was really good at doing rat traps from back at home. Also, they want the money to fix their leaky washing machine. So they're pretty much sitting there, and I guess we gotta go ahead and start by going over the rest of these aliens that are in that group. So they got the Hopscutioner. I made a joke about a terrapin one. Do you want to just use that to fill in?
Yeah.
This means that there's 2 Hopscutioners out there.
2 bouncing ones.
Yeah.
2 bouncing cannonballs.
Unless we want them to be, the big one can be the female, and that we saw coming out there, and then there could be a male one that's much smaller. That let's say it has a pouch and the male hangs out in the pouch. You like that idea?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. It's like a 2-1 punch.
Yeah. So I don't know what his purpose is, but yeah. So we have them. We have the terrapins, which are like ghoul turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess like ghastly ghoul kind of things, not like zombie ghouls. And then we need 2 more for their team. What do you think?
2 more.
Technically 4, but yeah, 2.
How about a skeleton type race of people?
How do you want to do a skeleton type race?
Kind of like humanoid with they're basically humanoid insects. Like their exoskeleton kind of looks like human bones, but it's really just a colony of insects reanimating some bones.
Hold on. So say that one more time. I'm not really. So it's like a colony of insects who are basically formed themselves to be like a humanoid.
Yeah, humanoid with a exoskeleton that kind of looks like bones, and they're walking around like a colony, but it's actually like a humanoid type thing.
Okay.
It'll be really hard to kill them because, like, if you say you put a spear, if you stab them with a spear, I mean, the colony just goes around it, goes around the weapon.
Okay. Yeah. It's because that's very weird. Like, cause you're like skeleton race and it turns into that. So I like that. I had a different idea I was gonna go with, but I like that better. So
Okay.
let's try to think of a fourth. I would say the way the male and female works to that, is since they're colonies, is actually both of them are male and female. Because this is actually, it's supposed to be just one, but it's, so these are almost like 2 separate colonies. And so there's a queen that kind of is the brain of the operation. That's where she is, or she could be the heart, wherever we think would be best. And then everything else around her is just the other colonies. So there's, I guess, 2 of those, basically 2 colonies of this species.
Yeah.
With the queen
That
as the kind of like the brain focal point of it.
Now, what about the 4th one?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
How about you ever see cousin It from
Yeah, I've seen Cousin It.
the Adams Family? Isn't that the big hairy dude?
Yeah, it's just pretty much just long hair covers the body. Is basically.
Well, now what do you say about like a kind of like a golem race that's made of rock, but they grow hair out of their rocky skin to make people think they're soft. So when they attack them, when they hit stone, it kind of throws off the enemy, and that's when the rock kind of opens up and attacks, kind of like a piranha plant.
Okay, yeah, that's. I'm glad that you're able to just come up with these very much out there, which I know you do the seat of your pants kind of thing. So I can kind of see the building blocks just as they're popping in your head, because that's basically when you're saying them. So it creates a very unique stuff. So that's cool. So yeah, so let's see how does we got to figure out how David Honey is going to go about this. Now I think the first thing is who's going to be leading the charge here.
I say David does to try to assert his dominance over the lion and say, "No, I'm in charge." And he kind of rushes in, helter skelter, and
I like the reference you just did there. I get it. I don't think you actually use it properly, but you know.
haphazardly. There we go. That's the word. He rushes in haphazardly with his pulsar shotgun.
Okay, and so, man, he's just. I want him to come above the line and be the better guy. But
yeah, but he has to have a story arc. He has to learn that. Oh, okay, I can't just rush in and be stupid.
Yeah, I guess so.
He kind of pulled himself after they kicked out that one team.
Yeah, he did end up picking up. So he just starts. Let's just say he starts firing away, because all they've seen so far is
He's top fragging right now.
Huh?
So I say he's top fragging right now. So he's gonna run in with his dick in his hand.
Well, he's not necessarily top fragging. The Lion's top fragging. He picked off like 2 of them.
He's gotta beat the lion. So he's gonna try to pick up the numbers, kind of like Gimli and Legolas in Lord of the Rings.
I got you. So
that surely counts as one.
I'll do that again so I can be zoomed in on your face. I'm just kidding. So yeah, so the only thing that we've seen so far right now is the Hopscutioner. So I would say he just starts firing off at the Hopscutioner. And I mean, there's two ways that can go. Either it doesn't do shit, or he fucking kills the Hopscutioner. Now you were saying you want him to have to learn. You want him to learn that sort of thing's not. He can't just run in there haphazardly. So do you think that he? Would you say that would just draw the attention of the Hopscutioner directly over to them?
Yeah. Yeah, I say he's like, oh, here's another one. Let's go kill it. And then he kind of just doesn't know. He kind of bit off more than he could chew. So, and it turns out really bad for their team. Let's say someone dies because of it.
Well, I got a quick idea. Is he shoots it and he doesn't kill the Hopscutioner, but he actually kills the male Hopscutioner that's in the belly, in the pouch or whatever, sticking its head out. He kills that and he's like screaming like, I killed it. And then a hop before he's like, no, I killed the little one. But I don't think they would have even noticed the little one, but I think that'd be funny.
How about this? Like, once they draw the attention of the Hopscutioner male comes out, heads for him, and he shoots it. And he's like, what was that? Was some kind of attack? And then they see a scoreboard that says Hopscutioner male dead. He's like, oh, that was one of them. And then the female just goes in rage and starts bouncing towards him. Yeah. Or shoots off towards him.
Yeah, I like that. I like this scoreboard idea. So I guess kind of like, you've played Apex Legends, right? Have you ever noticed that whenever you're playing Apex, there's like banners and stuff on the walls that are showing like who the top leader is and stuff like that? I imagine it would be something like that. Like everybody's connected to some sort of system that kind of shows everything. So
there's big display screens showing what team's ahead and everything.
Yeah. So he knows he gets a kill. He doesn't really understand how, but he knows that he's gotten a kill.
And then, so the female Hopscutioner just rushes right in, like she's rolling towards him like a bowling pin. There are a bunch of bowling pins. So what happens now?
Hold on one second. So they're rushing. I don't fucking know. With the lion, I think. Once, how about this? The bears then charge directly at them. The bear rushes out and starts charging them. How do you and pretty much
bear charges at the rushing Hopscutioner?
Yeah, that's just its natural reaction, and so the bear is the best defense they have against something like this. So
so it's like an unstoppable thing meets a movable object.
Yeah, unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Okay. So they go ahead.
Yeah, so it charges out at him, and the lion's like he's kind of had. He's like shaking his head and kind of frustrated. He's just trying to figure out what exactly is going on at this point.
He's mad because they didn't strategize.
Yeah. And I would say maybe as the bear's running over towards the Hopscutioner's foot gets caught in one of the traps that Honey set, which this trap is not like a big bear trap or anything. I would say it's a small trap, but it doesn't, like, it takes the big toe of the Hopscutioner. And
it's the big toe.
Yeah, like it steps on it, gets its big toe, and that's enough to distract it. Mm-hmm. And I guess
I wouldn't say like distract. I think it snags it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like it would hit it it's like if you stubbed your toe, you're like, shit. That's the way I'm kind of viewing it. So is that, you cool with that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
So it's enough for it to kind of stop and be like, fuck, what was that? And as that's happening, so the bears charge at him, and the bear what did the bear have? The bear had like laser claws. Is that what we said?
Yeah, maybe like the bear like takes its fist and just bam to stop it, kind of like Wolverine does.
Yeah.
Would do.
Yeah, I like that. So the bear just shoves its claws into it, and I don't think that's enough to kill it. But at this point, okay, this is when I think the other people start coming in.
What is it? Is it rotating as it's charging towards the bear?
The Hopscutioner?
Yeah.
No. It's just hopping. It's not. This isn't the armadillo thing.
Okay, right. Yeah, you're right. All right. So he's hopping mad.
Oh boy, is he?
Or she's hopping mad. So bear stabs it. Now, what happens? Is the bear's strength enough to stop it from jumping, stop its momentum, or did the bear get carried with it as it's being like jumping, it's hanging on with its claws. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would say the bear at this point is riding the Hopscution because this thing's like I said, it's like what I say, like 3 or 4 times the size of a man, so it's like twice the size of a bear.
Right.
So it's kind of like dragging along. It's not hopping as much as it was before. It can't hop as high.
Kill this thing off quick. Let's say the lion is as the bear keeps going.
Hold on one second, because at this point a lot's going on. The rest of the team would start kind of converging on them at this point. So we got to start dealing with them. And plus, I mean, right now the only people interacting with it has been David and, which mean it's like we're going through like a D&D fight right now, and you're kind of having to do it play by play, move by move, or whatever. So let's try to speed it up a little bit, because that's how I'm picturing. Like whenever we're playing Divinity: Original Sin, and like you're doing it just one turn at a time. That's kind of how I'm picturing it right now, and
yeah,
and we're gonna be here a long time if we keep going through fights like that.
Yeah, this is gonna be the off weeks shit if we don't hurry up. So
yeah,
finishing this shit. So let's David and the bear are handling the female executioner. So
Okay.
here come let's say here comes the
boom?
insects.
Here comes the boom.
Here comes the boom. So let's say that David and the bear are handling the executioner, and then we got the insect colonies coming in. Now the insect colonies have teamed up with the furry rocks. What do we call those?
We didn't give a name for any of these. We just kind of said, hey, they're golems. We can call them furlums, just to give them a name.
Yeah, there we go, furlums. So the colonies have kind of, teamed up with the furlums. What they do is the furlums will sit there on a rock, and they're not outwardly trying to be like, no, let's go get them. These are like sit and wait type of creatures. So the colony disperses on top of the furlums. You just think it's a bug on rocks, or bug on some furry chunks of meat, and it makes it seem like some big animal died, and like these are larvae just eating it. And so people walk by and they're just like, oh, this is nothing. And then once they turn around, they got 2 fucking enemy combatants on their ass.
What I was gonna say is, as they're walking by, they just come out and basically just like consume one of the wolves, and the wolf starts like howling and barking and nipping at it, and the other wolf's right there directly on it, and it starts biting and stuff. And I would say whichever one that is, as they're just kind of biting and or maybe they do one of their howls, and the howls enough to kind of like erupt the it kind of like erupts and it starts killing them, like popping them, and it's able to kill the queen. And so that one, the outer shell of these things just fall off of that guy, and he stands up, and then it's just this furry rock thing, and he starts swiping at the wolf.
All right, so both wolves are taken out, are taking on one of these golems after they kill the colony.
Yeah.
Okay, that leaves another colony around there somewhere that the wolves can't help with, because both wolves are attacking or fighting a golem.
Yeah.
So there's still one golem, and there's still a colony out there. Who walks past the second one? Do we want to say? I want to say Honey and the female lion have gotten along.
Okay.
They're kind of friends.
Girl, these guys are crazy.
We can't do that. That's some kind of rule that you cannot do.
Hey, these men sure do suck.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's, I think it's a Belcher test or something like that, where if you have 2 female characters and all they do is talk about the men.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what that's called, but yeah, they're just like, yeah, this is, hey, you hunt this way? It's just like, well, back in my hometown, we used to put mouse traps in front of our doors to keep the mice out.
And she's like, I get it, honey. You laid some traps down. We got to fight something. And at that point, another thing gets snagged by a trap.
Let's say the lioness.
The lioness
gets attacked. Like they walk past the golem with the bugs on top of it, and then without really knowing what's going on, these bugs all of a sudden swarm on top of the lioness and start eating away at her.
All right.
Like trying to eat, like absorbing her, kind of. And what they do is after they eat all the flesh and muscle off the lioness,
So
they'll
the
take her bones and use it as armor.
so the female lion is dead.
Well, that's up to you.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do it because I figure we need to kill somebody here, on our side at least. So
Oh, we can't forget the second storyline in this story.
oh shit, we'll get to that in a second. Let's get through this fight.
Okay.
Fuck, we forgot to say it earlier. There's an investigation going on, and some time travel happened. It's confusing. Boy, it was funny at the time. So boy, this is. Man, let's just say that there's a nuke alien that third parties them and kills them all, and we're done with this story. I'm just kidding. I like this story. God, we need so much more time for it.
This was the story's great. I like it. I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait if we ever do anything with it. Motherfucker, dude. This might become the off-week story.
I just wanted them to have a fun adventure, and you're like fucking battle royale of the stars.
Like instead of doing Gambler's Ruin, we just do this, do this story until we finally fucking finish it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck. Because I'm kind of scatterbrained a bit because I'm like trying to swap between cameras and stuff too. So I'm not. Well, I'll get better at it. It's not hard, but I'm focused on multiple things right now. And also enjoying a nice, tasty wild range beer. There we go.
I'm looking at the stream. Just so quick, we're gonna offset this for a little bit. I'm looking at the stream, and are our cameras not in HD?
Let me take a gander at it. Well, I mean, the stream it may not be. Let's see. Pull it up.
Streamlabs is it streaming in HD?
Everything looks fine to me. What's the issue that you're seeing?
Sorry everyone, we kind of just broke up the story, but zoom in on one of our cameras. You see what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like standard edition.
It could be because we're live streaming. It's not live streaming in complete high
HD.
definition because whenever
if I go to the stream on my computer, I can change my quality to 1080p.
On what?
On the stream itself on YouTube, I can be in 1080p, but for some reason, our cameras aren't.
Yeah, but it may not be.
But look at that! Look at that!
But you may not. It may not actually be going up in 1080p. You know what I'm saying? I doubt it's going at full 1080p right now streaming. It's probably standard, even though you have it set. It's probably, you get what I'm saying? I don't know how it works technically, but I'm pretty sure it's not set to 1080p.
I'm just asking. I mean, it didn't look as good as it does in the Discord. Like in the Discord, we look great.
Yeah, that's how it'll look whenever everything's later on down the road.
Okay. Anyway,
it still doesn't look bad to me on the.
On the stream, it looks bad. It looks kind of like.
It doesn't look bad to me on the stream.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be because I have an Ethernet connection. I don't know. Anyway, back to the story. Let's finish this up.
All right, so.
Lioness is eaten, and
Lioness, she's done.
Uses her bones as armor.
And so at this point, the male lion, he's pissed. With all the chaos that you're not really going to be able to notice that sort of thing in the middle of the chaos. The lion, the insect.
He doesn't notice it, but there's another kill ding on the billboard, and they say female lion dead.
Oh yeah, we got that going on now. Okay, so yeah, that'll work. Just trying to so let's go ahead and we've brought in 2 of the races. So let's say, fuck man, it's so weird to kind of we kind of put ourselves in a bad spot because now we have 8 versus 8 and we're trying to take care of it all. You know what I mean? Like before it was real quick and easy. Let's do this, and I'm not doing this just to get us out of the story. Let's say that at this point there is, because this happens in battle royales and stuff. There's a third party. They hear all this stuff going on, and all of a sudden you see one that ghoul that the wolves, or not the ghoul, the golem that the wolves were fighting, all of a sudden you hear a sound go off and it drops dead. And then like the wolves are kind of looking around, sniffing in the air or whatever, and one of them just takes off. And then you hear another fire, and then I'm trying to think, the bear that's inside of the Hopscutioner right now. The bear that's inside the Hopscutioner right now is dead. It falls dead. It's still hanging there on the Hopscutioner, but it's now dead. And then the lion takes this opportunity, and he goes ahead and he starts chucking spears at the Hopscutioner and kills the Hopscutioner.
Okay.
So what's happening now is there's a third party, and we'll get into who that third party is later. Actually, we'll get into it right now. Then all of a sudden, you see like a blur of fur just run through the whole group, and it takes who do we want it to take out?
The colony and the golem that Honey is fighting by herself because the lioness is dead.
I think that already died. Oh wait, yeah. So both of the colonies and golems are gone. The Hopscutioners are gone. The only things that aren't gone yet is the Terrapins. One of the bears is dead. Is one of the wolves dead? The lioness is dead. We'll do a casual report afterwards.
Okay.
So we all know who that. And then bam, another ball of fur just comes shooting through. And then you see like this black hazy mist starts swirling around everything. And at this point, the lion like roars and he yells out, "Fall back" or something like that. And so David reluctantly listens and falls back. Honey gets with the group. And then we have did both of the wolves make it through?
Yeah, both wolves made it through. They
one of the wolves is gone. He ran off. So we got one wolf, one bear, Honey, David, and the male lion, and they're all falling back. And as they're getting out, they're running in the distance. You hear more fire, more stuff going off or whatever, and then you hear like a whimper, like a howl or something off in the distance, and that's it. And they get out of there and maybe go back to I don't know. They go somewhere to regroup.
They go back to the base camp of the team they beat because their old base is still booby trapped. So what happened?
What happened is they were third partied by the main group, and all those shots that you were hearing ringing out, those were the
sniper fire.
Those were the shots of Hunter, and the two blurs you saw was the blurs of the I can't remember what we call them. The furry armadillo cannonballs,
Cannondillos.
Cannondillos. Yeah.
Cannondillos.
So that was them. And the wolf, you heard him whimper, so we don't know if he's alive or if he's dead. And now
he's not dead unless you want him to be dead because the scoreboard doesn't show that he's dead.
So we know he's not dead yet. So all we have right now is the male lion, Honey, David, one wolf, and one bear. And the one wolf.
About to Jurassic Park 3 this shit?
What is Jurassic Park 3?
So in Jurassic Park 3, there is a group of raptors that keep one of the humans alive to set a trap.
Then no, we're not going to do that because that's what they did. So we're not going to do that. That's not what I was thinking about doing. So we're good.
So, fucking Hunger Games, like I was last episode. Then, all right. Okay, so they all fall back. Do they blame David for charging in?
Yeah, I think that would be the first thing that happens. As soon as the lion's not an idiot. He knows that this isn't the time or place. Maybe he says something to. Yeah, let's just go and do it. The lion says something to David. He said, "We'll talk about this later, but you fucked us there." Whatever the lions would say. Whatever
my mate's dead. One of the bears is dead.
Well, he wouldn't. What I'm saying is because they're still in the middle of it all. He wouldn't get that too much into it. He loses his cool enough to say, "You screwed us. We need to get out of here. We'll talk about this later." And
we lost three teammates because of you.
Well, and so David not being able to keep his composure or anything, he just starts going in on him. He's like, you guys should have been doing more. He's like, I took out one of the Hopsecutioners. I shot him, and they don't know.
So did I.
They don't know that the other Hopsecutioner was a little baby one. They never saw him. So, but he thinks he took out one of the Hopsecutioners, and so they start getting into it or whatever. And how does so? I don't know. They're in a shouting match or whatever. And then as they're shouting and stuff like that, you hear because they start getting into it, and all of a sudden. So what I'm gonna say is, Hunter's team that just came in and third partied him, they wiped out that other team. They easily dispatched them. They hear like a swoosh sound, and then they kind of hear like some clanking or whatever, and they kind of start checking their surroundings, and then you hear off in the distance a man say, "What would Hunter say to them as he's approaching them?"
Oh, the Hunter say to David's team?
Yeah, because what I'm envisioning is Hunter's slowly walking up. He has them surrounded. There's the metal men are kind of slowly walking up ahead of Hunter. Huh?
I was looking for my Gundam to show it off on camera. Like, here's the metal men coming.
So
I can't find my.
The metal men are kind of slowly walking ahead of Hunter. Hunter's kind of like talking loud enough for them to hear him in the distance, and the cannonball things are just swirling around them at a fast rate. And then who was the other ones that they had? They had like the Cinnabats, and then there's like I don't know. There's like some fucking the ground's rumbling.
The ground, like the armadillo things are circling around them, like slow but moderate speed, and then you have underground the Cinnabats going around them, and then the team is surrounded by the metal men and Hunter and Lacey. Hunter, first thing Hunter says when he walks up, well, things have changed on Earth from when I was there. A lot of things have changed on Earth from when I was there.
Oh yeah, because the gun that David was using, and David. So does David know that he's another human? Did they come to that realization?
He didn't know until just now. He's like, there's another human here? So, I would say that.
Oh boy, I was trying to sneeze. I had to sneeze. I couldn't get it out. So I would say, Honey.
For dear life. Holy shit, dude! I got you.
Honey and David.
Fell off my desk.
Honey and David's kind of confused because they're hearing the voice of another human, and they don't know if it's an alien, if it's a human, like what's going on. What?
They hear English.
Yeah. And so they start walking up, and then like the lion turns and he has his spear drawn, and like Hunter comes into frame through the darkness, and he's like, whoa, hold on there, big fella. He's like, I got a deal for you guys. And so Hunter is here, and then the lion steps in first, and he says, "Let me go ahead and switch the camera to you for you." So the lion cuts in, and he's saying, "We can't trust you or whatever." He's like, He's like, you need to back up. He's like, and Hunter's like, okay, well, I'll call my guys off of you, and he's like, everybody fall back. And so like all of a sudden, like the rumbling, everything you hear just dissipates. There's no more swirling going on around them, and it's just Hunter there, and they all have their weapons drawn on Hunter. And Hunter starts talking to them. He's like, hey, I got a deal for you guys. Now, what is that deal, Matt?
Join us and live. Because they just saw the destructive power of what this team can do. They just wiped out that team that David and Honey were fighting. Like, lickety split. I mean, there was no contest between those guys. And I say the lion is like, fuck you. No, I'm the best predator here. And then I'll kill you all.
Hunter's like, look, or the lion's like, you can join us, but just kidding. So the lion's not feeling it. And then Here's what I think happens. So the hunter's like, no, fuck you, we're not joining you, and he starts chucking spears at him, and then the hunter is easily able to kind of quickly dodge them, and then you hear a gunshot go off, and the lion is hitting the knee, and he falls down to one knee. And then the hunter's like, sorry, I didn't call everybody back. And he waves, and then Lacey walks out.
Daisy, not Daisy.
Honey?
Like Lacey. Lacey Ringwald.
Lacey Ringwald.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Molly. That's
Nah.
her. That's her
It's a
cousin.
different
It's like three times removed or whatever. So.
How about we take a break here? I'm gonna go pee really bad. So let's take a fiver, and we'll be right back.
Well, guys, as they say, we'll be right back. All right, everybody. Well, I'm back. I don't know if Matt is just yet, but so let's try to catch things up. We had a fucking convoluted battle, trying to figure out who's dying, who's not. Then we got third party, by the leading the winning team, the team that's been winning, and it's Hunter's team, Hunter and his group of metalmen. There we go. There we go. Oh man, I will.
What's up?
Your camera's not on. Your camera's not working.
Hey, here, 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself, and I'll be right back.
All right. Technical difficulties, folks. Now, what are we running at? We're running at a good hour right now. I think we're making pretty good time with this story. Feels like it's kind of coming to an end, but I'm curious to see exactly what happens here. What are we gonna do with Hunter and his group? Because I don't. Dude, this is an unstoppable team. I can't think of any way that we'll be able to kill anybody.
One second.
All right. We'll get into all that. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get us a good battle going on here. Or maybe not a battle. Maybe I don't know. I think Matt probably has an idea of what he's wanting to have happen, and I have an idea of what I want to have happen. And we'll see what happens on the next time. Dragon Ball Z. All right. Well, while we're waiting, let's listen to some more music. Let's see.
No need, son. I'm here.
I always keep looking at my wrong camera. There we go.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah,
Going
I
good.
took my phone to the bathroom with me because I didn't know if it was going to be a long one or not. So,
Didn't know if it was going to be a long one or not. Okay.
but all right, we're here.
So, so right now we're at the point where Hunter's team has, Lacey, Hunter's team has kind of pulled back, in quotations, and Hunter is there. David, the Lions interacted with him. The Lions actually had his kneecap taken out, and he's on one knee, and Lacey has stepped up. So you see Hunter and Lacey there.
So does Lacey try to talk Hunter into not killing them because of her and Honey's past interactions or friendship?
Well, I think her and Honey wasn't even necessarily big friends, but they're going to want to talk. Like, this is going to throw both of them off. And then I guess, like, Hunter's like, Lacey, you know this woman? And she's like, yeah, I think we went to college together. And then,
Okay.
But I mean, I don't think Hunter was there to make a deal anyway. So Hunter's like, okay, that makes things interesting. He's like, well, look, guys, here's what I'm willing to do. You guys can join our team. I don't see you guys being able to stop us, but I saw you took out the Hobscution. We've been hunting them since we got started. They were the ones that we had our eyes on as far as the team to beat. He's like, yeah, they took out some of you guys, but you took out some key components of theirs all on your own, and we respect that. We're wanting to see if you'll be willing to join us. And David, and then, well, the Lion's like, no, we're not going to join you, blah, blah, blah. We're going to win this thing. And he's like, and then he's like, look, Mr. Lion, I appreciate whatever you are, but let the men talk here, or let the humans or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lion's just snarling. He's like, look, he's like, as a show of good faith, I brought you this. And then the wolf just starts slowly limping over to them, whatever. And the other wolf just goes over there and meets him, and they're like, doing wolf stuff. He's like, man, I miss smelling your butt. It's only been minutes. And David, who really hasn't said much this whole story, is like, what do you this is a point for David. What would David do? Would he accept this deal to join their team, or what would he be saying? Would he ask what's going on with this deal? What do you mean deal to join you? How does that work? What is he saying? Oh, and
Ooh.
if you could, if you can tap your screen, give it a little double tap, it'll focus it in. Yeah. Oh boy, I was worried about that, but it came out of focus.
Send me out to Vietnam.
I'll zoom in on myself so we don't have to look at your beautiful floor. I thought you said just vacuum in that room.
Not this room, no, because this room has all the new flooring in it, and I mean it's. How's that? A little better.
Yeah, it's focused in now. Yeah, you look good.
Okay.
Don't forget to be close to your mic so it's not like kind of cutting in and out. So what is David's response to Hunter? You know, he's returned one of their team members. He called for the most part his team back, except to kind of like help defend him a little bit. He's been pretty honorable so far, and I don't think Hunter's a bad guy.
He's not a bad guy. He's a good guy. I'm just trying to think. Would David be more interested in David would be more interested in trying to survive than trying to prove that he's the best, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's necessarily interested in. I mean, he wants to win it, but the Lion has this sense of honor as being this predator and stuff. Plus, his mate's gone now, and so he wants to be the alpha predator. He wants to be the apex predator. Like that's his whole goal, despite this competition in general. And so he's not happy with what's going on right now.
So we say, well, maybe David doesn't even have a choice in the matter because the first thing the Lion does, as he watches David contemplate it, is just attack.
He already tried to attack, and he was
shot, right?
And Hunter dodged it all, and the Lion's knee was taken out. And so at this point, I mean, he can try to attack again, but if he tries to attack again, we're gonna have to kill him.
Right. So the Lion has to join. Like you have to swallow your pride a little bit and join us, or you're gonna die. Because then, what took him out? Hunter took his knee out.
Lacey did.
Lacey did, and then Lacey's already coming up from the grave. So
yeah.
they
Lacey was basically there to kind of guard him if anything actually tried to go off. Even though he called his people back, they were still watching to keep an eye on things.
Let's say the Lion refuses at first and then tries to attack again.
Well, they don't all have to join.
No, I know exactly, but they're like David and Honey decide they're going to join Hunter.
So when Hunter's proposing to him, look, you can join us, and you can be a part of our team. You've already seen what we can do. We think you would be a good asset to our team. How does David respond to Hunter?
Sure.
You gotta get a little closer to the mic.
He says sure.
I mean, you got to get right up on it, but yeah, I got you.
The
only reason I'm even saying anything about it is because when I was redoing the editing the stuff the other day, I noticed there's times where it'll just kind of like whenever you start talking, it'll just kind of cut out just a little bit, and I can kind of half hear what you're saying.
Hopefully the new mic doesn't do that.
Yeah. Well, with the new mic, if you're getting a dynamic mic, you're gonna have to be close to it like I am right now.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So David's like, he kind of looks at Honey, and I think that's what is, because at the end of the day, he does love Honey, and he cares a lot about her. So I think that's what his key thought is here. He's like, she seems to know this lady, this guy. It's another human. There's no reason. We don't even have to make a reason for them to join. There's no reason for them not to join. So
yeah, exactly.
Hunter's like, or David's like, yeah, sure, yeah, we could join your team. Absolutely. So what's the Lion's response to this? Or who does because we got one bear left and one wolf left, right?
2 wolves.
So it's just David, Honey, Lion. We have both wolves?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We do have. So we have 2 wolves. So what happens with them? What do they decide? Because even though they don't speak, everybody does have this technology that allows them to understand each other.
Well, first of all, Hunter and Lacey saved the second wolf, so that automatically makes them a little bit more inclined to join?
Okay, so we'll say the one wolf is saying some wolf stuff to their mate, and they're like, "We need to. These are good guys. We should join them. We have a better chance of making it out of here, honey."
Right.
In wolf language, but everybody else can understand them.
Yeah.
And the bear's kind of like growling. The bear's not interested in it at all. The bear, because I think the bear got killed by one of them. So it kind of works out. So the bear doesn't join them, and the two wolves do. So the two wolves and Honey and David join Hunter's group.
But, like the lion, but once they decide to join and everyone's made the decision, Hunter's like, well, let's go ahead and eliminate the rest of your team then, and then takes out the lion, takes out the bear.
I don't want to.
You don't want to do that?
I don't want to do it that way. And he'll say,
Well,
look,
how about like Hunter wants them to do it?
Just to show that Hunter's a good guy, I would say that Hunter's like, all right, I respect you. You seem to be, you're very honorable, Mr. Lion, whatever his name is, Lionitis. Does it look Lionitis? Seem like a good guy. I'm going to give you guys a chance to go on and get out of here. And so the lion hops on the back of the bear, and he shouts something as they
Loktar Ogar.
Loktar Ogar.
As they're flying or running off through the forest.
So David.
So
and
also Hunter had to convince David that whenever he joins their group, that they will be able to survive. They'll be able to survive as part of their team and move on to the next round with them, or next set of whatever.
So you want to how do you want to end this then? I mean, because they're with a championship team. The championship team has been through all this before.
We're gonna let's get an idea of how many teams have been eliminated at this point. I would say it's definitely down to 25. It's definitely half has been cut off. I would say Hunter's team has been hunting this team since they started. That's what he said. And so they've been following them, but other teams have been picking each other off left and right. At this point, whenever we run into other teams, it doesn't have to be a full team anymore.
Yeah, half teams.
Yeah. So the only team that's probably a full team right now is Hunter's team, and maybe one other really good team. Because David's team is not the second best team.
No. So let's round robin this shit. Teams are eliminated. Like by the time David joins Hunter, it's already halfway through the event. So let's speed up time a little bit. Hunter and David go together to eliminate some teams. David teaches them some stuff, shows them the ropes of what to do, teaches them how to set traps.
Damn good idea.
So David and Hunter adapt.
So we'll say at the point where they had their little meetup, 25 teams was gone. So like I said, we're going through. They go through a couple other teams and take them out. Yeah, and so we get down to. I would say on the scoreboard, there's 4 teams left. One of those teams is the bear and the lion.
Lion and the bear.
And they've pretty much just been going through and just, I would say, like scavenging, kind of like whenever you play a battle royale, you're going around and getting equipment and gear and stuff like that.
Let's do this. There's healing stations hidden throughout the map, so the lion's patched up now. They're secret. They're like.
I don't know if I like that idea, just because that's too.
I like hidden upgrades throughout the map.
Well, I was gonna go with something similar, but more, because the lion's he's not bad at all. Like he's very good at this sort of thing. So I would say like maybe he did a similar.
He got taken out. So
how about this? He found another team, and he found one lone person, because again, he's an honorable lion. He found one lone person, and this person, the only reason they've been able to survive is because their whole team died. But they have some sort of healing ability. Say there's some sort of plant creature that can give out spores that heal, and they've been able to disguise themselves as a plant, and they've just been hiding this whole time in fear. The lion comes across them, they interact, and they become friends, so he's able to heal the lion, heal any wounds that the bear has. So now it's this team of 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so
has Hunter team lost anybody? because we're down to the final 4.
Okay, we'll
So
say who should have. Let's say both, because the metal men are their defense. I think so. The metal men, at least one of them has died. Another one maybe be wounded. The scouts of the team are the fur cannon things. So let's say that one of them has died. So let's say both metal men have died. Both defenses have died, and one of the fur things has died. And the Cinnabats, neither of the Cinnabats have died. They're kind of like the second line behind the metal men, and they are always able to get out whenever they need to, as far as like they can dip underground and stuff like that.
Underground. Not a lot of creatures can do that.
Plus, they're immortal, and they can heal off of other dead bodies. They can consume blood because they're Cinnabats. They're vampiric humanoid centipede things, so they're able to regenerate off of the life force of other creatures.
So we got David, Honey, Lacey, Hunter. Both wolves are alive still.
How about this? Let's do a plot twist here. Lacey also died. We need to, because we can't have all the humans have survived. Either Lacey, Dave, because we can't have Hunter dying. We can't really have I think David and Honey are both. I feel like this story has kind of turned into being Hunter's story, in a sense. So I don't want Hunter to die.
No, Hunter is going to be.
This whole story has been a story to get to Hunter.
I have a twist ending that I want to do afterwards.
Okay, so does all 4 humans need to be alive so far?
Yes, the way I wanted to do.
Okay, we'll just keep them all alive then. So we're down to 4 teams. One team is now David, Honey, Hunter, Lacey, 2 Cinnabats, Metal Man, or no, both Metal Men were died, and one of the fur cannonball things. Another team is
What about the wolf? The wolves are dead?
Oh shoot, I forgot about the wolves. Yeah, they didn't make it.
Okay, they remain. Okay.
Well, one of them was already weak, and they ended up getting killed, and then the other one tried to attack the person that killed him and was reckless and ended up dying because of it.
I actually like the fact that I like one of the wolves living at this point.
Okay, so how about this?
And Hunter uses this wolf as his hunting hound. Like he trains this wolf.
So
and like this wolf is just nothing. You know how Rexar is with his bear.
Yeah.
That's his relationship. Yeah, Hunter and this wolf just bond like crazy.
So here's what I'll say happened. Yeah, because he is still a human. What I'll say happened is whenever the metal man died, the metal man was going out. The 2 metal men were going out being attacked, and one of the wolves runs out there to help them, and that wolf ends up getting taken out as well. And would it be the wounded wolf, or I would say the wounded wolf has stayed back. Well, no, I would say because the wounded wolf wouldn't run out there ahead because he was wounded. I would say it spent most of its time with Hunter, seeing Hunter as the pack leader here. It's kind of stayed close to Hunter and Lacey, and Lacey has kind of been taking care of it along with Hunter, and they've kind of been trying to nurse it, and the other wolf runs out there. And it's you want it to be the male or female wolf that's wounded?
I would say the female wolf.
Okay, so the female, I think that works better too. The female wolf is the one that's wounded. It's been real close to Hunter, and the other wolf went out and died, trying to in its mind protect its pack.
Okay, so one of the teams is David, Lacey, Honey, Hunter, Wolf, 2 Cinnabats, and a Metal Man.
Okay.
So they have.
Well, no, both metal men died.
Both metal men?
Yeah, both metal men died. One died during that occasion we talked about. Another one died before then.
No. It's like Sonic and his rings. No.
And so we said both the Cinnabats are alive, right?
Yeah, both Cinnabats.
And so I would say at some point they sit down and they talk. Lacey and Honey, they kind of reminisce and talk about how they ended up in this crazy mixed up world. David and Hunter kind of talk, but Hunter really isn't. Him and David can't really get along too well. They're not. I mean, they get along well enough, but they're 2 different types of people.
they get along
Hunt-
well enough where he's a student and teacher relationship. But other than that,
Yeah, I see it as Hunter. Hunter feels bad for David. He feels bad that David's been put in this situation.
Yeah.
Because David is not the man for it. And of course he gets close with the wolf. That was a conversation I wanted them to have about what was going on and everything like that. But go ahead, whatever you think happens next.
All right, so we got one team of David and Hunter. We got another team of the lion and the bear, and you said there was like a plant alien thing.
Yeah, like some sort of
they
like
met.
yeah, like some sort of plant. I would say like it's an alien that is what would the word be for like some sort of like plant-based creature, like a no, it wouldn't be foliage, but anyways, it's some sort of plant-based creature that can not replicate, but it can, I guess, replicate. It can morph into other plants and stuff in its surrounding environment by latching onto it, and kind of it turns into them, and so it's able to disguise itself really easy that way. And it doesn't look like anything particular, anything exactly. It doesn't have an exact form, and it's just been healing. It kept the line and stuff healed, and so they've just been stalking around, surviving, hiding, and ambushing wherever they can so they can survive.
Okay. So there's only 3 people on the Lions team, including the lion.
Yeah, only 3.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about the other 2 teams?
I would say the other 2 teams are bare bones too. They're both at least at half capacity.
So David and Hunter are just mainly the main force. Do we want to say all the other 3 teams join up and try to take them out?
See, this is where me and you, I guess, disagree. I think David is like the weakest link of that team. I don't think he's definitely not as good as the Cinnabats. I don't even think he's as good as Honey, because Honey's at least resourceful as far as.
Well, no, I was just saying.
Okay.
Just because the 2 characters are in there.
I would say a good thing, because Hunter is a mechanic. Remember, at some point, him and Lacey, like one of the weapons break, and him and Lacey, because Lacey's a mechanical engineer, them 2 together is able to fix the weapon. Like say maybe David's weapon breaks, and him and Lacey's able to kind of fix it, and that's some sort of character building and bonding that happens. That'll be in the script, but not in this episode.
So, do we want to say all other 3 teams join up with the lion to take out Hunter, the championship team?
Let's say at least one of them does. For sure, at least one of them does. I don't know. I would say I would say yes. So one team will join up with the Lions team, and the other team will be taken out. We can kind of play that a little bit. The other team, here's what we do. They spot one of the teams. David and Hunter's team. They spot one of the teams, and like you said, Hunter's been trying to teach David and talk him up and stuff like that. And so Hunter's like, David, you'll take charge of this one. And so Hunter's all about it, or David's all about that, because the lion's been fucking trying to control everything. He's like, okay, so, and he's learned, so he kind of like sets everybody up. He's paid attention to the way Hunter does things. He sends out the Cinnabats, and it's a team of, I would just say 3. There's only 3 people left of that team. It doesn't really matter much about them. We can get
let's say they just go to David and Honey's old base to try to take what they can, salvage what they can, because they think, well, they are part of the championship team now, so let's see if we can steal any of their weapons that they held in reserve. So they go to that base, and they just get eliminated because Honey set a bunch of bomb traps or something like that.
Okay, so
Honey gets like 10 points for the amount of creatures she took out with her traps.
I like how we keep coming up with new stuff on top of stuff that we haven't talked about. So there's a point system now. I do like the point system, because that's going to give the aliens better statistics to go by when they're choosing who actually out of the team ends up coming through.
Yeah. Well, the Neanderthals. All right, we got
the Neanderthals, the Vaneldatars.
The Vaneldatars. We gotta wrap up that second line, that storyline, real quick.
Oh shit! I forgot about that second storyline.
So let's say that found out.
I see it as the investigation is going to be going
Oh,
on
we
up,
kind of wrapped it up. We kind of wrapped up last
sort of.
episode because we said that they went back in time accidentally and was like in 1954 when the Roswell event happened.
And they
And they got
never heard
abducted.
they never heard back. But I think they're going to still be keeping a close watch on the teams, and I think that storyline will not be wrapped up until the end, and they'll kind of like, we can get to it, but we can kind of let's just deal with it when we get there. But I think nothing's going on as of yet. Mostly,
They're still waiting to hear back.
Yeah, they're still waiting to hear back. They don't really have anything to go off of, but they kind of have their suspicions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they've been watching the human teams very carefully, and they're very kind of interested now that the human teams are interacting together now.
Dude.
Yeah.
All right, this is going to be like the second series of this story. But the aliens have been watching the human team so closely that they become scared of humans.
Oh yeah, now we're getting to Independence Day.
Yeah, yeah. The second series is going to be the alien invasion of Earth.
And who's going to be there to lead the charge of defense?
It's going to be David and Hunter. And because of the champions of the aliens. And like, all right,
That's
well...
spoiler alert. Jesus, I got to make a spoiler alert.
And then Hunter and David, you know, like, well, we're not going to invade Earth, so they're going to pretend like, yeah, fuck Earth. And then they're going to betray that. All right, look, we're getting a little bit too far ahead.
Yeah, let's try to finish this story. I like where you're going. But yeah, I think that's what's going to... I have an idea for the end of the story that kind of works into that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So...
Spoilers, I guess.
Spoiler. Yeah, I said spoiler alert. So we get down. So David's now in control of the team to attack this force that they see out in front of them. And it's like 3 people. And they're kind of like sheltered, bunkered in. Not necessarily doing well at this point. They're kind of just hoping they can kind of survive and maybe get a lucky win at the end. Similarly to me when I'm playing a Battle Royale. So that's what's kind of cool about this too, is trying to look, and I think that's the most important part of this story, is trying to look at it through. It's like if you had a Battle Royale movie, that's kind of what this is sort of turning into. So I like looking at it through that sort of lens. So David sends out the Cinnabats because that's their first line right now, and they have one of the fur bulk things left, or I keep wanting to call them the fur cannonballs left.
Cannondillos.
Yeah, cannondillos. We have one of those left, right?
Right.
Okay, so they send... Well, he just sends the Cinnabats out first, and they start kind of just digging around the thing. The people in there are moving around and stuff. They can kind of see from the distance. And what David tells them is he tells the Cinnabats when they go in there, just keep digging around and go lower and lower. He's trying to cause there to be a cave-in, so they don't actually have to fight them at all. And so they're doing that and everything.
Yeah, but it's just they're trying to set up a fish in a barrel type situation.
Yeah, because David's learned patience is very important in these situations. So he's just letting the Cinnabats do their thing. One of the guys, I guess as they're kind of like an earthquake going around them, they all start coming out, and that's when he calls the fur ball. He says, go ahead, go out there. And so he runs through, and he just goes through and cuts through one of them. And then he goes, who else would then attack? Who would he send in to attack next?
Attack what?
There's 2 aliens coming out of this this base camp that they have. They're trying to circle around it, trying to cave it in, and as it's trying to cave in, well, here's what we'll say. So as they're coming out, he sends the fur ball, the cannon dillo out, and it dispatches one of them, kills one of them, and then it's trying to then wrap around to come back. One of them, the area that they were in does cave in, and so one of them falls in, and the other one's out, and he says, Hunter, take him out. And Hunter's like, no, David, you take him out. And then so, David pulls out his gun, and he pops him in the head, right in between the eyes. He's almost as good as Austin Caldwell.
Oh yeah, Austin Caldwell. He's quick with a gun, man.
He's a good one. So they dispatch that team.
Let's set up the final battle between the Lions team and David and Hunter.
Lion has now. I won't even say the Lion has joined or the Lion has gotten another team to join him. Lion's 3 people have joined another team. They both kind of met amicably, and they were like, look, the only people left at this point, they met up after this altercation, and then for like another, because this is a big planet, for another day or two, they've been walking around trying to hunt for the final 2 teams. And the final 2 teams, and then they see one day that those final 2 teams have now become one team.
Well, how about this, my friend? All right, so remember how David and Honey and the lions and the wolves and the bears were all the Neanderthals? What do we call them?
Vaneldatar.
Vaneldatar.
You came up with the name.
Vaneldatar?
Yeah.
Okay. David left that team. Those aliens are pissed that they left. So you know what they do?
What do they do?
They hold off because they're waiting for their chance to use it to their advantage to win. The lion is still on their team. The lion is still their main guy. That's the person. That's the creature that they chanced everything on, right?
Yes.
So David and Hunter and his team are the final ones left between the lion and his team. So what they do is they wait for the final confrontation between those 2 teams. Hunter says, like, you and that lion didn't get along very well, did you? And David's like, no, not really. He's like, all right, well, you're going to be our bait. And I'm going to give you, and he's like, you're going to use your gun. And you're going to shoot the lion as many times as you can as he's charging you. Because you're gonna mock him, you're going to make fun of him and everything like that. And he's going to get angry and charge at you. So you and Honey are going to go out there and say, like, look, we won, we beat you, this is our team now, and everything like that. So they're like, but it's kind of like dependent on their guns working, because they're going to fire and the lion's just going to dodge fire. And that's where Hunter is going to be in the background, like, all right, let me find his pattern and know how he works so I can shoot him from afar before he kills him. The hunters, the aliens, shut down Honey and David's weapons because, you know, they're the ones who gave it to them. But they're still mad that David and Honey switched sides and betrayed him.
Okay,
So,
I like that.
That plan, it kind of turns into shambles. It goes into shambles because of the aliens are like, this is the perfect time to shut down their weapons then. Because they were going to they kept their weapons on because David and Honey were still eliminating other teams. And like that gives us a better chance.
That's right. They were cheaters the whole time. And so now that they're in a point where their team has a chance to win versus the winning team, they disable 2 of their weapons, which we never went into Honey even using her weapons. Let's say during one of the fights, Honey used her weapon. There we go.
Right. Well, it shuts down everything they give. They're basically naked. They have their clothes on their backs, and that's it. They're no longer technologically advanced. They can't understand languages anymore because of the pieces that they...
Okay, yeah, I like that.
So they don't understand. They're just 2 humans who were randomly teleported from Earth to this alien planet where this event is going on, and they have no idea what's going on anymore.
Okay, yeah, I like what you're doing there. So keep going. You got more?
Yeah, I say the lion kills one of them.
Kills one of who?
Honey or David.
Why? Why is he going to kill Honey or David? You said you wanted all 4 of them to survive. I was going to kill one of them bitches earlier.
I changed my mind because I came up with the Earth invasion story, so now I don't care.
No, because I had an Earth invasion story that turned into a feel-good.
So one of them has to die. Which one is it?
Why do they have to die, Matt? See, one of them has to die for your story.
Nothing says that. I don't know. I just want one of them to die in this moment to show how the Neanderthal. What do we say?
Vaneldatars
can affect this kind of battle royale.
Okay,
because of the enhancements. I mean, nothing says that the championship alien team can't resurrect them. We said that in story 1, I believe, that the winning team gets resurrected.
I think. Well, okay, yeah, this still works. So they're not dying because Hunter's like, fuck you guys. Hunter's not double crossing them, right?
Right. No.
Okay. Keep going with what you were saying then.
I would say that since everything gets shut down on them.
Well, hold on, because the final altercation that we have left is that it's going to be Hunter's team versus the Lions team, Lionitis. So Hunter and Lionitis, their teams are going to face off, and
It's kind of like the last wolf, Lacey, and the two Cinnabats are fighting off the bear and the plant aliens,
well,
and
no,
they're like,
well, what I was going to say is we need to establish what this team is. We need to establish what this team is that is now that is Lionitis' team.
okay, so, well, you said three, including Lionitis.
Well,
So
yeah,
Lionitis,
but there was
bear, and the plant.
there was 4 teams, and then Hunter and David's team dispatched one team, and then so Lionitis, once they saw there was now 3 teams left, they met up with the other team. They found the other team, and they then became another team. So it's now 3 teams: Hunter's team, Hunter and David's team, the Lions team, and then a third team. And the Lion and the third team, they become.
Well, the third team I thought got taken out by the Tramps, the Honey Set, and the old base, and then the Hunter sent the last.
Okay, I thought we were trying.
Armadillo.
Well, my whole thing was I wanted to make sure that there was some sort of a fighting chance that the Lions team had. If you want to do that, and it's just these 3
because the
versus.
Armadillo got killed during that final confrontation.
Well, yeah, but I mean they still have a massive advantage. There's still one armadillo, or was it the last armadillo?
They
Last
lost
armadillo.
both of them. There's no more armadillos.
So there's 2 Cinnabats, there's 4 humans, and 1 wolf. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 versus 3.
Yeah.
So I was saying that they found another team of at least 2 to kind of add to their group.
Well, let's say like they set up. It's like all right, well, all we gotta do is hunt down Lionitis' team, but Lionitis' team, they take out the wolf, they take out 2 of the Cinnabats,
Whoa.
and
then, in my mind at this point, there's at least 5 members of Hunter's team that's going to survive, and that consists of, well, we said one of the humans dies. Who was the human that dies?
Honey dies during the Lions confrontation.
Okay, let's back it up a little bit just so you can understand where I'm coming from. So,
okay,
a long time ago, somewhat shortly after Lionitis had left David's team, he then found that plant thing, and they kind of just survived. And then it came down to being 4 teams left. And with these 4 teams, Hunter's team, and David, they take out another team. They take that team out. So now it's 3 teams left. And so Lion, and I know I've went over this before, but I want to make sure we're on the same page. The Lion then finds the third team, and they're like, look, we need to join forces against him. This is the big team that's left. And so I would say that it bolsters their numbers a little bit versus this team. So I want, with this, when they finally find each other, I want it to be a somewhat even battle. I know you don't want to go through the preamble of everything that's going to happen there, but I feel like that just makes more sense instead of it just being these versus those 3. You get what I'm saying? Because you were saying that you thought the other team had died, but the other team, there was no other team that died. We never got to the 4th team, which is the 3rd team now.
so Lioness joins up with this third, or the third team joins up with Lionitis.
And so all we need to know is with this is how many and who joins up. And I think just 2 is enough. 5, 7, that's fine. Just 2 aliens left. I don't
2 aliens.
It doesn't.
And let's say they're the same race. So let's come up with a quick one-off alien. I want it to be kind of like
here's what I'm imagining right now is it's kind of like not necessarily like a centaur, but it's something that has like 4 legs. It has like it's like kind of like, imagine like a spider humanoid where you have like the spider body and then the human torso and stuff coming off, similar to a centaur, but it's more like spider-like legs coming off of it. And then where the torso ends, there's not necessarily a head, but there's eyeballs, I guess, in where the chest would be. There's just like, let's say like three eyes on each, so 6 eyes altogether, where like the pectoral muscles would be. and then where the arms come out are two. It's two arms and then it's two mouths, almost like wolf snouts come out with teeth, and that's the two that's added on. Do you like that?
Yeah.
So it's mixed between a spider humanoid
wolf.
with no head with wolf mouth hands. They don't have. It's not a furry creature. It's just imagine like a wolf snout instead of hands.
Okay. So those two added to the three, thus 5, versus David's or Hunter's 4, 5. Let's see. There's Hunter, David, Lacey, Honey, the wolf. Who else is left?
Both.
The 2 Cinnabats.
Yeah, both of the Cinnabats.
Okay, so Hunter's like, all right, this is gonna be easy pickings. This is just the lion and his.
Real quick, just want to let you know, I want you to keep talking. I'm gonna have the camera on you while I go use the bathroom real quick.
I gotta pee real quick too. So let's.
We'll be right back once again,
We'll be right
guys. Enjoy the sweet sounds of Eminem being played on a guitar. It's that song that everybody knows. It is "Lose Yourself."
All right, what's up?
I don't know. You tell me what's up.
Let's get back into it.
All right, here we are, guys, ready to finish this story off finally. So, I had something I was gonna say. God damn it, I was just singing along to the song. Forgot everything. Oh, what I wanted to say is, I think, as far as what's happened to the story so far, like we kind of had a hiccup, I believe, at the beginning of it all. But I think I like the way that we did do it, because a lot of shows leave you on a cliffhanger, and then they'll come back, and the cliffhanger will be done like that, and you waited fucking 5 months for the next season, and then nothing happens at the beginning of it, and it just shits in your mouth. And we actually we dealt with it and made it try to be this epic battle, and I think cinematically it would have been. and I think we did good. And then we went through, we montaged the parts that should be montaged to get back to the key components of the story. So I'm glad that we could have easily just went through that and said we could have easily just dispatched all that and just moved on, but we didn't. We actually took care of it. So, or we tried to. It was tough. So,
Yeah.
Moving on.
So you got David, Honey, Lacey, Hunter, the two Cinnabats, and the wolf versus Leonidas, the plant, the bear, and two spider-like aliens, right?
Yeah. That's
7 versus 5.
7 versus 5. It's not looking good for the Lions team.
Surprise, surprise, and Hunter has even said like, "Hey, we can take him out pretty easily." It's 5 against 7. The Lion, as far as I know, is complete dog shit at this.
Wait, who's saying that?
Hunter.
Hunter? No, man. Hunter had mad respect for the Lion.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
The Lion was if the Lion was on any other team, they would have been the second best team. I mean, they made it this far basically off the back of the Lion, so
they are the second best team.
Well, who? David and the Lions team?
Oh, the Lion.
Well, I mean, now they are, but I mean, I never saw when the Lion was part of David's team. I did not see them as second best team. Maybe top 5, but definitely not second best. They would have died to the Hopscutioners team if it wasn't for them getting third partied. Maybe, but I think if they would have survived, it would have been all on the back of the Lion. The Lion was the best member of that team. I don't know what I'm getting into, but let's continue.
All right, so anyway, David is like, fuck the Lion. He's an asshole. Send in the Cinnabats, and it should be able to take him out. And Hunter's like, well, I don't know, but if you're sure, we'll send in the Cinnabats.
Oh, and didn't you say that you were gonna have one of somebody die? You were gonna have.
Yeah, I'm getting to it.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm building up this. This is the first of the battle. It's 7 against 5. Hunter's kind of cautious, but David's like, it's 7 against 5. Fuck them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Valorant. It's 5 against 3. Who gives a shit? So the Cinemats go in. And,
wait. Who's thinking that? It's like, who gives a shit? Who's thinking that? Who gives a shit?
David.
Okay, yeah, David. That would be David's thinking. But David's also learned. He's learned to be calm and collected.
He's learned, but he's also very.
He has this grudge against the Lion.
Yeah,
it's all coming around. All this stuff that I was wondering how we'd deal with it, but I'm glad that we're keeping it going, man.
So the Cinnabats go in. Unknowns to Hunter, even. That's these spider creatures that the Lion has gotten are also almost immortal in their power. So the Cinnabats and these spider creatures kind of like just kill each other in their battle because when the Cinnabats pop up from the ground, they're trying to grab somebody. The spiders jump in to block the grab and go underground with them and fight. And since like these spiders have wolf mouths for legs, it's just like bang, 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 and they kind of kill.
Well, just real quick, it's not wolf mouths for legs; it's wolf mouths for arms. So they have normal like spider-like legs, spider torso, or spider body, and then the torso comes up, and I'd have to draw a picture of it, but it's like basically I see 6 legs, 2 on the abdomen, then the torso comes up, and then 2 regular like human-like arms, but they have wolf mouths on the end of them. So yeah, sorry, small details, but
yeah, but wolf like they basically kill each other. The Cinnabats and these wolf spiders. So that leaves Leonidas, the bear, and the plant, who is constantly just filling them with healing energy. The wolf goes in, and Hunter's like, all right, that didn't work, David. Good plan there. And he's like, hey, wolf, that he named Lucille. He named the wolf Lucille. And
why did he name the wolf Lucille? I'll tell you why. Because his favorite show was I Love Lucy, and Lucille Ball was his favorite. He's had a crush on her since he was a kid.
That works. I like that. So he sends in Lucille. And he's like, all right, I can see that they're being healed by this plant because I've run into this plant before a couple tournaments back. I know what kind of plant this is. This is not a predator pick for the aliens. It's a support role that now has infested this tournament that these aliens. He's basically mad that alien teams have chosen healers. So he's like, all right, Lucille, I'm gonna need you to take out that plant. So
Okay.
Lucille goes and hunts down the plant, but unbeknownst.
Well, real quick, as far as Lucille going hunting down this plant, how is Lucille? Has she been pretty much healed for the most part? Because this has been multiple days that all this has been going on. So
I would say Lucille's healed.
Yeah. I'd say whatever her injury was originally was kind of a surface injury, and it was just like a bad cut, but enough to make it go, oh!
Enough to yelp.
So yeah, exactly.
Lucille hunts down this plant, but unbeknownst to Hunter is that these plants have been modified to when their death happens, a bomb goes off. So Hunter sends Lucille. Hunter sends Lucille, and he's like, "Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just kill the plant, and then we'll take care of the rest." And Lucille's like, "I trust this motherfucker."
Don't you fucking do it, Matt. Don't you fucking do it.
Lucille kills the plant, but as her fangs are still around the throat of this plant-like being, a mana bomb goes off, and Garage Hellscream becomes fucking Hitler. So what happens is Lucille's dead. Lucille dies.
No.
Lucille dies.
My favorite thing about this story, and see, I don't want to agree with you, but I like because it's very subtle, but the connection between Hunter and Lucille has become my favorite part of this story. And you now fucking Martin them. You Martin them to fucking death. Fuck you, man. I don't know, man. I'm pissed.
Hunter is pissed off. He fucking hates that Lucille died. He's like, I would trade any one of you motherfuckers for Lucille. And,
wait a second. Who was it that died on his team? Who was the female that died?
Female? We talking about the female human?
Yeah, we said one of the humans was gonna die.
Well, hold on. I'm getting into that still.
We still haven't even gotten there yet. Okay, go ahead.
I haven't got there. So Hunter's like, fuck this lion. He killed Lucille. I'm gonna get him back. I gotta get him back somehow. And then he takes David and Honey and he says, all right, what I want you to do is I want you to make fun of the lion. Because he sends Lacey off. He says, Lacey, find that bear.
Has their weapons been disabled at this point?
No, not yet. Because they're still firing. Hunter and David are still firing into the...
I just want to check because you've said so many things that are going to happen. I'm like, has it happened yet? But go ahead.
Hasn't happened yet. So what happens is Lacey goes hunts the bear. And let's just say, just to be quick, because we've already been streaming for 110 minutes, and I still got to cook dinner soon. So let's say Lacey kills the bear, but she's injured. She can't really do anything anymore. So Hunter's like, there's still one person on this team left. So what we got to do is gotta draw him out. So I'm going to sit back on this tree and snipe the Leonidas. As he's charging for you two, I need you two to draw him out. So that's what David and Honey do. They go out there and go, fuck this lion. This lion's a piece of shit. He's not good. Well,
I see it more as like Hunter will get out there and or not Hunter, but David. He gets out there and he's like, look, Leonidas, you should have joined us, man. You're not going to be able to beat us. Hunter's the best hunter in town, and I'm the second best. And I think him saying he's the second best still over the lion, he doesn't like that he's already saying Hunter's the best, but him definitely saying that he's better than him, that sets him off.
Yeah, he's the last member on his team alive. So the lion is fucking just frantic. He's an animal in the corner. So he says, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna at least kill David. I fucking hate David, and I'm coming at him. And then so David and Honey both have this armor on, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we ever said they had armor necessarily, but sure, they were outfitted with some sort of.
Let's retcon it.
Yeah,
They have armor.
Yeah, some sort of highly advanced alien technology armor.
And it's really thick, protective, but it's light, right?
So you're saying they're wearing elven mithril armor?
Yes. Except it can be shut off. So what happens is Leonidas charges David and Honey, and then the aliens on what we call it, Viandotarly?
Vaneldatar.
Vaneldatar. The Vaneldatar says, fuck David and Honey, shut it off because they switched teams. They shut down their armor and they shut down their guns. So what happens is that armor it's not so lightweight anymore. It's very heavy now. Keeps them in place.
Okay.
So they can't move. David or Hunter is yelling, said, "Get the fuck out of there! Get out of there! What are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of there!" They can't move. They're basically Iron Man trapped in his armor after an EMP went off. So, have you seen that story?
I don't think so. No, I haven't seen it.
What happens is Iron Man gets trapped in his suit because the power went off, and like he couldn't move. He was trapped in it. It was like a statue, and he starved to death.
Hold on. So that's like, he died?
It was like a what if story.
Oh, okay. I was about to say but I mean, sounds interesting.
So like that basically happens to Hunter and Honey. Not Hunter and Honey. David and Honey, and Lacey's out of commission. She fought the bear and got injured. She can't move. David can't move. Honey can't move. Hunter is the only one available to attack. So Leonidas kills Honey in his attack, and then he's saving David for last. He's like, oh, no. He like extends his spear, ready to shoot down, and then bam, Hunter is able to snipe him.
Wait. None of that happens. That last part doesn't happen yet, because then the officials come in and they call a stop to the whole show. They're like, whoa, we gotta stop this. The Vaneldatars are cheating. And so this is the part of their investigation where maybe they finally got word back, or maybe they went because they actually went and checked on the Vaneldatar. When the Vaneldatar had disabled the armor, they had been watching them, and they saw somehow they have guys watching them. Whenever that happened, and then they saw it happen in the thing, they were like, okay, that's when things started clicking. Yeah, they're definitely cheating. So, oh shit! But you don't want them to find out that they were cheating, because then there will be no invasion on Earth.
That's perfectly fine. I would.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
wait, yeah.
So that kind of messes up that whole thing. So
yeah, I would say. I would just say that what I said happened. Hunter snipes Leonidas.
Oh, see, I'm wanting it to get to a point where they end it. Leonidas, we think Leonidas is gonna die. Hunter, David, who's it? Lacey still alive?
Dead.
Yeah, so Hunter, David, Lacey, and Leonidas. I want them four to be alive.
Yeah. Well, see what's gonna happen is.
I wanted Lucille Ball to be alive, but Matt said, "Fuck that."
Hunter comes out because Leonidas is about to kill David. He already killed Honey. He's about to kill David. Hunter comes out of the forest and says, "Look, I'm the best hunter here. It's you versus me." And Hunter strips himself of his weapons and his armor, and it says, "It's just you and me, big boy, fist to fist. Let's go."
All right. I feel like there needs to be I want there to be a stoppage of play. I want them to stop it, foul, over the line, 10 yards.
How about this? The championship team has a golden ticket.
Okay, what is it?
the golden ticket automatically demands.
Hold
that
on, hold on, hold on.
a-
So they actually have a ticket that's made of gold.
Yeah.
That is the winning the team that's already been winning for like seven games in a row has some sort of.
They earned it. They have 7 print.
They're the best team. They're gonna get an extra advantage.
Yeah. That's how loot crates work. So what
No,
happens?
no. See, Leonidas' team, David, Honey, Leonidas, and all the Bears and the Wolves and stuff. Those were the pay-to-win teams. Those were the teams that were cheating. Hunter's team isn't cheating.
They're
Which I guess is
rewarded
not
for
cheap.
being. They're rewarded for being so good.
By that, they get all the fame and glory and money of winning the actual tournament. They don't get some sort of
And they buy
advantage
a
in the
golden
game.
ticket. They buy a golden ticket, which is worth 100 billion credits.
I don't know if you can see me in Discord, but I do not agree.
Well, I'm saying that before Hunter kills Leonidas, his team, which is Insectoids team, uses the golden ticket and says, "We want Leonidas." So that automatically makes Leonidas a part of their team, a part of Hunter's team. That means Hunter and David win. What?
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I like this.
It's terrible. It's a terrible ending.
Well, then we don't need it. If you think that, and I'm already questioning it, then we don't do this ending.
Yeah, I don't know, but do you want Leonidas alive for the invasion?
I do want Leonidas alive. Actually,
Okay.
I don't need Leonidas, necessarily.
Get
We
Leonidas.
need the humans. I don't want him to die.
Hunter-
I don't want him to die
During
like that.
during Hunter and Leonidas's brawl,
I don't know. I don't know what I want. I know we gotta go. We gotta end this, but oh man,
think of a better way for Leonidas to survive other than a golden ticket.
the stoppage of play. They stop it because of stuff being. I would say they stop it on the
Oh, the marriage that Neanderthals, what do we call them?
yeah that they.
And Evie is going crazy.
How about this? For their okay, this does work. For their invasion plan to work, for them to be able to actually do the invasion, they need the humans alive so they can get them to direct them, and they need the Vaneldatars. And so they're thinking that
Okay,
the
I'll be
humans
right
are okay. Well, nothing I say matters because we got to have Matt for it to work. So let's go ahead and listen to some more music, guys. We'll be back shortly. Pull up that music for you guys. Looking for some music. That'll be back before I start playing music.
How'd you end it? Oh, you put the B. We'll be right back up. Tommy, I'm still here.
I'm
I can't
not
hear
I'm not gonna end it without you.
you. Okay, let's go ahead and end it. I got Evie was crying. I had to come get her.
Okay.
So
I can focus on me if you don't want her on the screen.
no, I don't care. She's pretty.
She'll look a lot different later on in the world.
Yeah.
So this is Matt's beautiful daughter Evie. She's the one that's causing all the ruckus. If you heard any, she is gorgeous. She's getting chunky now, man.
Yeah, she's growing up. She's getting pretty big. Look at her.
Yeah, she's getting there. She's no Elliot. As far as size.
Elliot's a giant compared to her.
Yeah. We don't have to worry. He doesn't watch this. He's sitting there stewing. He's like, motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers, don't bring my daughter into it. Evie, you're gonna be on TV.
Yeah. So, all right. So here's what I'm seeing happen. So,
Okay.
they have been investigating the Vaneldatars. They don't have necessarily any proof of foul play because the investigation team never came forth. Well, And so what they're thinking now, since their team never came back, they're like, this is when they already started thinking humanity.
It's too dangerous.
It's too dangerous. We need to stop this. We need to take the assets that we have so we can stage an invasion on them. Wait. Who and why is thinking this? Because this is a whole big gambling organization. Well, they killed
like big power players in the galaxy who are gambling too.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they didn't care.
Well, what had happened is they killed their investigation crew, so they're not happy about that. And that's enough to set them off. So they're ready to fucking obliterate Earth just because of that. So they're like, we need all these creatures from Earth, and that's what ends up being the ones that survive is Leonidas, David, Lacey, and Hunter. These 4, all creatures from Earth. They're like, we need them to help us get there and help us set up a plan and everything like that. So they call a halt to play. They stop the game, and like right when you were at that scene where David or Hunter was about to take out Leonidas, everything stops. The shot goes off, but everybody's beamed up to wherever it is that they're going to end up being. And
you can see the bullet like stop in midair like you do in the Matrix.
No, the bullets. I would say the bullet still goes through, but there's no body there to receive the bullet because it happens instantaneously.
Oh, because okay.
So I'd say if you're watching it in a movie, you see, him shoot, and then Leonidas is there, and it kind of goes slow motion, and the bullet's going, it's about to hit him, and he just disappears, and the bullet goes through nothing. And so they get beamed up, and the aliens are like, we need to take you to Earth, or say, I don't. How would they go about explaining it? But that's what their goal is. They're stopping the game so they can go.
Try to reprogram them then, because they've like the humans and Leonidas have been like the best predators in this competition, so they try to brainwash them like Winter Soldier, and they use them as champions to invade Earth.
How about this? Instead of that, because I don't want them to do that, they interrogate the shit out of them. They just interrogate them. And
yeah, that works.
So
I like that.
They just interrogate them, and eventually somebody talks. Who's the one that talks out of the 3 humans?
Oh, that's David. That's David for sure.
Because Leonidas wouldn't talk. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I was going to say Lacey, but yeah, David would be the one that talks. So David gives them up, and they go to Earth. And this will be something we can touch on in the real part 2 of this story. And so they get them all geared up on the spaceship or whatever, and they're going to go to Earth, and they're going to go into... They follow the same path that the previous one did. And what happens is they end up crash landing on Earth similarly to the previous investigation team. And so now we're in... What year is it, Matt?
It's 2020.
No. The year that the Roswell happened.
Oh, it's like 1947. No, it's 1954 or 52. One of those.
Yeah, it's whatever date that is. That's where they land, and they
are trapped in Area 51.
Yeah, but the Leonidas, David, pretty much all the captured, interrogated people, they're able to escape and break free and get out, and so they're able to separate themselves from the crew and everything, and they're able to go out, and I guess they go about trying to warn everybody, and so unlikely.
What?
I was gonna say.
Oh my God!
Unlikely alliances are now formed.
I know who David is.
Who was David?
Alex Jones. David becomes Alex Jones.
What would David Jones or whatever his name is, what would he say in this situation?
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people.
There's a conglomerate coming in trying to take our people. I just do Hercule every time.
Oh, that was my wife, everybody. All
right, so she laughs like Alex Jones.
My wife?
That's
she's right there. She was on camera. She was on frame.
Oh, okay. Well, it was on me, so you couldn't see her, luckily. But anyway, so I think that's where we'll leave it off. Is they have seized all the creatures from Earth. They have then set up an invasion. The front-running team, the scout team that held these four, were ahead of them. They went through this space-time warp. They crash landed just like the other investigation team, and somehow, we'll just say miraculously for the point of story, they are all able to survive with only a few injuries, and so now we have this team of 4 who are now teamed up to work together. And I think one of the cool things about this story is that there's a fucking lion humanoid running around as well, scaring people.
And then it goes into the moon is shattered apart, and a golden snow comes down and transforms all the lions and all the cats into humanoids, and then so
Be careful where you pee
hey,
during the winter,
before
guys.
we come back, like they give since Hunter has been such a
Hey, Matt.
champion for.
Hey, Matt, real quick, I just want to.
Let me say this.
No, I'm not. I just want to tell you, you look like you lost some weight.
Good, thank you.
About
I'm happy you think that.
About 5 months worth of weight.
Oh, I see what you said. That's good. Yeah, Emily, my wife came and got her. They give Hunter one wish. They give Hunter one wish because he's been such a.
What? What are you talking? Who gets a wish?
Hunter does, and Hunter says, "Let's bring back Lucille."
What the
And
fuck?
then
What the fuck are you talking? Who gives them a wish?
the aliens do because.
Well, that's something I was gonna say. Oh yeah. So this works out. They don't give them a wish. Whenever they took them all, they were like, we're gonna go back to Earth. They're like, we need all the Earth creatures, and so they revive everybody that was an Earth creature. The wolves, the bears, all the humans are now revived to go on this adventure.
Torture them and to get information.
Yeah, they torture the fuck out of them.
But Hunter, being such a fucking gladiator, such like the favorite among the aliens, say, David, as long as David promises to help us in our invasion against Earth, we'll grant him one wish as long as he's our general. And Hunter agrees. Hunter agrees flat because you know what he says? Resurrect Lucille. Give me back Lucille.
This whole idea of one wish. What do they collect the Dragon Balls while they collect the Dragon Balls while they were there?
For one request. How about that?
It's just no. I don't.
They bring back Lucille and they.
Well,
inject
my
her,
version
they
already brought her
inject
back.
with they inject her with the same potion that they gave the lion and make Lucille a werewolf.
The GS concoction, Gold Snow concoction. No, my version of it already took care of that. It they they resurrect everybody that was from Earth, and they are like, you all were there, like you said, they're
How
tortured.
about they just resurrect every participant?
Why?
And use them
What are you doing? What is this? How's that help the story at all?
because they want them to be the vanguard in their invasion of Earth.
Sure, I don't see how that's helping the story. We just needed the Earth creatures alive, and so all
Dude,
I said is
we are 2 hours in this, and we're trying to end this shit. What's the cliffhanger we're gonna leave it off on so we can end it?
What you wanted was for them to go to Earth. What I wanted was for them to just. You're like they have.
Just end it.
They have.
End it.
They have one
End
wish. One wish. One final wish. And you're
One
like,
request.
he brings Lucille back. Why don't he just resurrects? Because this is what I meant to have happen. He just resurrects all the Earth people so they can interrogate them to get them when they go to Earth. They have the whole team there. That they crash land. The whole team is able to escape. Some of them still die. I'd say a bear or two. And then maybe one of the wolves. And then so we got Lucille back.
Thank God for Lucille. All right.
Thanks everybody for coming and checking out this episode of The Rough Craft. The most controversial.
Summary, you piece of shit.
The most controversial. You do the summary. I did it last time.
All right, so David and Hunter join forces. Their teams join. The lion and the bear decide not to. Are you leaving? He left. All right, so the Hunter.
I forgot that you actually had me on video this time. I was gonna go pee. I got a wireless headset. I can hear everything you're saying.
Okay, well go ahead while I do the summary. He's gonna go piss because he's a lazy piece of shit and can't wait like 10 minutes while I do the summary.
What does that even mean? I'm a lazy piece of shit. I can't wait to go pee. I don't. There's nothing that's gonna happen while I'm going to pee that won't. I'm gonna go pee, and there's a. You guys won't see that I'm gone, and I can hear everything Matt's saying.
Okay, all right, go ahead. So what happens is David and Hunter join forces. They join teams. The only two people who doesn't join the team is the bear and Lionidas, which is the male lion. Uh, then there's a montage where David and Hunter bond, and Hunter teaches them the ropes, shows them things, and everything like that. We end with the final four teams. One team is trapped by Honey's um, traps from the original base. That Hunter gets that base gets knocked out, but there's a couple aliens that survive. And then we lose the cannonball armadillo.
Hey, real quick. So, Honey's traps. I figured out what they're called because you seem to be struggling with what her traps were called. So I got a good idea. Are you ready to hear it?
Are you mid piss right now?
No, I'm sitting here.
Okay.
Okay. So are you ready for this idea? The name of the traps?
Ready.
Honey's traps were honeypots. Thank you, everybody.
Honeypots. All right. They fall for Honey's honeypots. Two aliens survive. The cannonball armadillo. Hunter's like, hey, go take those out, armadillo. And the armadillo does it, but in the process dies trying to take them out. So all we're left was three teams. We got Hunter and his team, and then we got Lionidas and his team. Then he absorbs him. Lionidas and the third team join forces, and those two aliens are like spider wolf type aliens. You can listen to the episode if you want a fucking description. So it's 5 against 7. Hunter sends the Cinnabats to take out his team, Lionidas' team, but the wolf spiders jump in right when the Cinnabats come to attack. Those two aliens die, so we're left with Lionidas, the bear, and the plant versus Hunter, Lacey, David, Honey, and Lucille, which is the wolf. Lucille attacks the plant, kills it, but in the process dies because the plant became a bomb. So now we're left with the bear, Lionidas, and the 4 humans. Lacey and the bear fight. Lacey kills the bear, but Lacey's injured in the process, so she's basically useless. So now we have David and Honey versus Lionidas, with Hunter in the background. David and Honey decide, hey, we'll set a trap for Lionidas to draw him out. They do that, but the Neanderthals, what's the alien race?
Vaneldatars.
Vaneldatars shut down their armor and weapons, which basically tramps them. And Lionidas kills Honey. So all we have left is Hunter, David, and Lionidas. But before Lionidas killed David, what happens again? I got confused during the ending.
Do you mind if I retcon real quick?
Go ahead, retcon, and do the ending.
Lionidas is able to kill David while he's subdued with this armor situation, where the armor was turned off. So Lionidas does get his wish of killing David, so it's just Lionidas and Hunter left. And then Hunter goes to fire a shot off at Lionidas. It's going to hit him in the head, and then they're instantly beamed up. And not only is it just them, but they see everybody else on their, all the Earth-based creatures, humans, wolves, bears, all of them are beamed up. And you see like this crew of it's like the investigators, like the commissioners of the whole ordeal. And they're like, we got a few questions for you guys. And then one of the aliens walks up and it just punches the shit out of Hunter and it knocks him out and goes black. And that's where I think the story should actually end. We know that then they take them, they interrogate them and everything to then take them to Earth so they can invade Earth. That's what's going to happen. But that's where it ends is Hunter's knocked out and it goes to black.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the Showdown on Pabst Blue Moon. Later on, down the road, we'll pick this story back up and do the
By
invasion.
request, most likely. It'll be fun
By
once we
request.
get to that point where we start revisiting stories and stuff like that. But honestly, it's more fun. Well, maybe that'll be a new type of fun that we haven't got to deal with yet, is revisiting a story. But
Oh man, Pirate's Life for Mage is still my favorite.
yeah. Actually, the Avalon Reaper, it had its issues, but I mean, it's still, I really like that story too. I see that story as kind of like a fable tale you would tell children, like to scare children, kind of thing.
Stay out of the Bolm Woods.
Yeah,
the Marrow Woods.
Stay out of the Marrow Woods. So that's it, I guess, for our episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. It's The Rough Craft. Facebook, The Rough Craft. Everything will be linked in the description when this video is released later. But yeah, we'd like to thank you guys for coming and checking this out. This has been The Rough Craft, the only show, I don't know if it's the only show, but to get rough drafts while drinking good crafts. And
Also, before we end it,
yeah,
September 12th, we will be interviewing Logan Westerlid. That video will be posted later on after September 12th. I forgot. I just now remembered it's not a live stream, so it won't be a live stream.
It may be a live stream, but as of right now, we have no plans for it to be a live stream.
Let me ask him. I'll ask him.
Well, we that's what I said the other day when we talked to him. We said it could be a live stream if you're wanting to. We'll kind of get the details of it later and everything. But
I'm gonna ask him right now.
We're doing it live.
Do you want to live stream the interview? I'm asking right now.
And you guys will find out the answer to that question.
Not next week. Actually, I may stream next week. Hey, actually, what are you doing Friday night?
Friday night, probably going to sleep because I got to get up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. the next day.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. Friday I got to get up. I have a 12-hour shift Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
Well, join me on either I'll tweet it out on the Roughcraft Twitter. So I'm gonna be testing out my new mic. That's coming in Thursday.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll stream something on the Roughcraft depending on what time schedule.
I wonder if this stuff, the layouts and everything, is stored to the cloud or anything. So if you log into our account, it'll pop up on your Streamlabs. I doubt it.
I can try it.
But yeah, I would say try it just to see.
Yeah.
But I mean, if not, man,
if nothing works, then I will be on my author's account on YouTube and live streaming some games, testing out my new mic. So yeah,
sure.
come join me Thursday or Friday night.
I might be able to make some time to come hang out. It's Thursday night. Well, any of those nights will be just as bad, but I might try to be able to make some time to come and check it out for a couple hours or something. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to make any hard plans because I don't know how tired or not tired I'll be.
All right. Sounds good. All right, everybody. All right. Well, thank you for joining us at Rough Craft. I'm Matt, and I'm joined by my best friend, Devin.
That's no, it's me. It's me. I'm Tom, everybody.
All right, we'll see you on not next week. Of course, we're not going to be here next week. We'll see you all in 2 weeks.
That's why I have the sweet sign off that I do is we'll see you guys. We'll talk to you guys again at a later date and time. Thank you.
See you guys.
Because that sign off. Oh shit, we're still live.